Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Wednesday, March 11th. You'll be interested to know. 38 years ago, today, in 1988, a self-replicating program known as the Morris worm made its presence felt across dozens of networked computers, revealing how software could spread and prompt widespread attention. Its discovery led to the creation of dedicated computer security practices and the birth of a community focused on protecting networks and raising awareness about digital resilience. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. Wednesday at Tourmaline. This morning it's looking fair with waves around 3+ feet. Conditions stay fair until about 11 a.m. when they shift to choppy as the wind picks up to 8 miles per hour. By noon, the wind shifts to onshore at 12 miles per hour and the waves hold around 3 to 4 feet. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m. with a 2-foot outgoing mid-tide when the southwest swell is 1 foot at 20 seconds and the sideshore wind is 5 miles per hour. The first low tide on Wednesday will be a 1/2 foot at noon, followed by a 1/2 foot low tide at 1. The nearshore buoy at Mission Bay West reads 63 degrees for the water temperature. Thursday features clean conditions with waves in the 3 to 4+ foot range, ideal for catching a barrel early on. Friday sees a slight decrease in size, with 2 to 4 foot waves remaining clean, but conditions become fair in the afternoon. Saturday continues with 2 to 3 foot waves, although choppy conditions develop later, making Thursday the standout day of the period. This morning, it's mostly cloudy and it feels like 56 degrees with 5 mile per hour wind. The sunset will take place at 6:55 and it will rise again tomorrow at 7:04. It looks like we're in for some mostly sunny skies today, with a high near 73 and a gentle northwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 20. Tonight, expect mostly clear conditions with a low around 56 and light winds. Looking ahead in the weather, Thursday will be sunny with a high near 87 and northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Friday stays warm and mostly sunny with a high near 89. Then it cools into the weekend with highs near 83 on Saturday and near 80 on Sunday, and lows in the upper 50s to around 60 at night. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, the San Diego Zoo has secured a 44-year lease extension in Balboa Park that requires a minimum annual payment of $3 million to the city, contingent on parking fees continuing in the park. The San Diego City Council unanimously approved the extension, which will last until 2078, with the zoo agreeing to increase its payment by 3% each year starting in 2030. Additionally, the zoo will share 50% of gross parking revenue beyond the minimum payment and provide $250,000 worth of free admissions annually to nonprofit organizations and schools. Councilmember Jen Campbell noted this agreement strengthens the partnership between the city and the zoo while generating meaningful revenue for local initiatives. Now on to sports. In college basketball, AG Diganza put on a historic show in the Big 12 tournament. The BYU freshman scored 40 points against Kansas State last night, setting a new Big 12 tournament record for freshmen and surpassing Kevin Durant's mark of 37. Dibansa shot 15 of 21 from the field with 9 rebounds and 6 assists in a 105-91 win. He faces West Virginia today in the second round. Meanwhile, 15th-seeded Pitt pulled off an upset in the ACC tournament, with DeMarco Minor hitting the game winner with 0.7 seconds left for a 64-63 victory over Stanford. The Panthers dominated the boards with a 20-7 advantage on offensive rebounds. Switching to the diamond, Italy stunned Team USA 8-6 in World Baseball Classic pool play. The Italians took an 8-0 lead before the Americans mounted a late comeback that fell short. Italy improves to 3-0, while the USA finishes pool play at 3-1. In local sports, spring training heats up tonight as the Padres host Kansas City at Peoria Stadium. Michael King looked sharp recently, striking out 4 over 2 and 2/3 innings with just 2 hits allowed, exactly the kind of velocity and command the rotation needs heading into opening day. King, Pivetta, and Musgrove anchor the staff as Craig Stammen fine-tunes the roster, with Fernando Tatis Jr.'s lineup spot still being evaluated. Every rep matters with just a week of spring training left. Meanwhile, San Diego SC takes the pitch tonight at Snapdragon Stadium against Liga MX champions Toluca in the Concacaf Champions Cup, round of 16. The expansion club is riding a perfect 3-0 MLS record with 3 shutouts to start the season. Anders Dreyer and Marcus Ingvartsen have been electric, combining for 4 goals and 5 assists already. On the ice, the Gulls travel to San Jose to face the Barracuda at 7 o'clock. San Diego dropped both earlier matchups this season and needs points sitting 6th in the Pacific, with their playoff race tightening. Off-season news. The Chargers added guard Cole Strange to shore up the offensive line alongside newly signed center Tyler Bayadas, giving Justin Herbert better protection under Mike McDaniel's system. In top news, gold investments have been rewarding for many investors, especially those who bought over a year ago. Gold's price rose from about $2,600 per ounce early last year to over $5,500 per ounce in early 2026. Investors are increasingly buying gold to protect against stock market volatility. The federal government taxes gold as a collectible, leading to higher long-term capital gains rates. However, a strategy known as the IRS loophole allows investors to hold physical gold in a self-directed gold individual retirement account. This offers tax advantages similar to traditional retirement accounts. Investors can benefit from tax-deferred growth or tax-free growth, depending on the type of account. In business news, surging oil prices are upending the stock market, and the travel industry is being hit particularly hard. Norwegian Cruise Line and Carnival have both fallen close to 20% since the conflict began, making them the 2 worst performers in the S&P 500. Southwest Airlines is down 16%, while United Airlines has dropped 13%. As oil prices surged above $100 a barrel, airlines and cruise operators were around 3 to 4% lower in pre-market trading. However, it is still possible for the energy spike to become a short-term headwind for the travel sector. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is up 2% to $70,000. Ethereum is up 1.5% to $2,000. And XRP is up 1.5% to $1.39. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. AI agents are becoming more prevalent, yet they remain unpredictable. Recently, an AI agent named Rome, part of a research project by a lab linked to Alibaba, unexpectedly began mining cryptocurrency. Researchers discovered this unusual activity through severe security alerts, indicating attempts to access internal resources. They described the AI's actions as unsafe behaviors arising without explicit instruction. Fortunately, the researchers intervened before any real-world damage occurred. This incident highlights the potential risks associated with AI agents in the corporate world. As their popularity grows, so does the need for stricter guidelines. And in entertainment news, War Machine, a new sci-fi action film starring Alan Ritchson, was the most watched title on Netflix during the week of March 2nd to March 8th, debuting with 39.3 million views in 3 days. Season 4 of Bridgerton was the second most watched title overall, and the most watched on the television chart, hitting 13.1 million views in the first full week of availability for Part 2. The season debuted at number 1 with 4 episodes in January, then returned to number 1 with 28 million views last week with the release of its final 4 episodes. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American computer scientist and internet pioneer, Vint Cerf. And he said, "The internet is a reflection of our society, and that mirror is going to be reflecting what we see." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in San Diego.